Ethiopia has announced the completion of the third round filling of its Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam reservoir on the River Abai. The country has also launched the second power generation from the second turbine at Africa's biggest dam. However, Egyptians, their government and politicians are showing discontent with Ethiopia's unilateral move, and their government has taken the case to the UN Security Council once again. A very warm welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Etv Special Edition, and I'm Sintayo Tamrat with this edition. With this edition, I'll bring you Ethiopian Minister of Water and Energy, Dr. Habtamu Ittafa, to share his views on the third filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam reservoir, and also the concerns from Egyptian side. Thank you so much for staying with me. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Habtamu, for joining ETV Special Edition. And also congratulations for the successful completion of the third phase of the filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam.
Thank you very much also for inviting me to this program, and I congratulate you as well, all medias or Ethiopians, for all success that we attained on our third filling of Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. That has been the fruit of all Ethiopians and all of us. Congratulations once again.
What impression did it create as you witnessed the second power generation from the second turbine, as well as the third filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam reservoir?
Honestly speaking, as a single person, I really feel so proud. And as a Ministry of Water and Energy, leading this sector, I really feel very much proud. Because GERD means special for us, for Ethiopians. Long years ago, a lot of people have been trying a lot. They sacrificed a lot to bring something, change to our people. So 11 years back, when this dam was started, everybody was hoping one day Ethiopia will be prosperous. One day the life of our people will get changed. So unfortunate, between some of the time, something went wrong. And this reform government has corrected what has been going wrong and implemented the project in the appropriate way. Then the first filling, the second filling has been successfully implemented. So this third filling has special meaning for all of us, as it is showing significant change in the volume of water stored and for the purpose it is achieving, for the way it has been implemented and designed.
What does this stage mean in the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam?
Yeah, actually the last 2 years we have been enjoying every summer parade, rainy parade. Our dam is filling, our dam is filling. Yes, that was true. This one is special because holding 22 billion cubic meter of water, that is having 100 meter below above the river bed or 600 meter above sea level, is a significant amount of achievement in terms of the output. This means we could really use, or we can use this amount of water with this available head to generate the first round power generation from the two turbines. Depending, of course, on the head or the water that is passing over the spillway, we can attain the maximum installed capacity. This installed capacity is, when we sum up them, they are about 750 megawatt. That is injected into our system and then improve the current energy supply in this country. That is one of the special units. The other one is for Ethiopians. It is a big achievement really at that point, passing all these challenges, especially this time. This year's challenge was unique. The last 1.5 time was where we had no such kind of challenge we have been facing. So handling those challenges, the people of Ethiopia, the government, and everybody has contributed to achieve this one. This is the uniqueness of the output. The way we did it is unique than the other time, because the work you do in the normal time and the work you do in abnormal time cannot get equal weight. This is one of our judgment to say our dam third filling is unique and a big achievement as compared to other time.
Well, so what social and economic significance does it bring to Ethiopians?
The economic significance is actually when we are getting additional power supply in the grid or in the system. We can imagine how it is changing individual household level, and also on the industries, on the manufacturing sectors. Because in many of the manufacturing sectors in Ethiopia, we see investors are complaining, power interruption, power disruption, or there is no power or to generate a system. So this will make it continuously running so that people can work a long time, get more money, and even the output of our manufacturing will be injected into the economy of the country. That is very simple concept that we can understand. Socially, it has special meaning for Ethiopians, as everyone is saying. We have contribution together somewhere in Guba land, in Guba Warada, on Abai River, bordering to Sudan, where everyone is saying, okay, we have something together. That is where we can show about our solidarity. Besides that one, the concept of a reservoir or having water body will come into picture now after all. We are sure the current volume of water is covering a significant amount of area of reservoir will be starting to get attention in the eyes of tourists, locally or abroad, that are coming here and then visiting the dam, visiting the reservoir, enjoying their life, and they amplify all about the good culture, the good aspects of Ethiopians are having on that area and as a nation as a whole. So there are really a lot of outputs we can measure. Socially, we can talk about it.
Fishery is also possible, I think.
That's also one possible way, yeah, because in a reservoir, actually, by the way, when we are talking of having big water, there are some secondary outputs we can work upon. The dam is meant for power generation. That means we store the water and release that one. On the upstream side, we could manage for transport, for example. That's one way, because about 250 kilometers from the dam access to upstream side toward Matakkal is where people can really access the regional city, for example, Asosa, coming to the dam site by boat. They can use inland transport. That is one way out. The second one is in Blue Nile, we have good fish species, which we say the Nile perch, with big size and really edible and with appropriate healthy situation. So in that area, people can go for investment and work upon that and then increase for their economic benefit as well as also work upon that. But very importantly, we need to plan. We need to work upon that ahead of now so that there will not be any vandalism in utilizing the resource, utilizing the land, utilizing the fish and whatever.
Your Excellency, the dam is being filled without any disruption to the water flow to downstream countries. But Egyptians are just showing concerns and also rejecting the filling of the dam as the first and second dam, which they said unilateral move. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, the two countries had a concern on filling of the dam, but their concern level is different. Sure. Yeah, our Sudanese brothers, they just want to get informed when to start the filling, how long it will take, because they know how much advantages there will be, because the distance the dam is located from their border is really very short, and even the tourists, what I was talking earlier, they may come through Khartoum and then visit and go back to them. The advantage is for them, even so we forget the technical one. So the concern between the Egyptians and the Sudanese on Nile Dam is totally different one. The Sudanese are really not so much bad against it, because they even appreciated the communication we had this year about the filling. When we start our filling of the dam, they were informed Ethiopians are filling the dam. They say, okay, thank you for filling. But the Egyptians, they totally rejected and they opposed the idea by saying you should not be allowed to fill it, which is very surprising. Someone is trying to give us blessing to fill our dam that our poor mothers, fathers, and Ethiopians have constructed from their insufficient income. That is really very, very important to consider. So we cannot talk the Sudanese and the Egyptians to equal level. Sudanese are really, they are just have few concerns that is they can compromise and we can negotiate, we can talk. Already we start with them with good faith. And with the Egyptians also, we hope they will come to their mind to correct the issue.
I could also see some Egyptian and other media outlets reporting as if Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said during the event of the celebration of the third filling that the River Abai or the Blue Nile is a gift of God given to Ethiopians alone. Did he say that, and why do you think are these Egyptians and this media outlet is saying so?
Honestly speaking, that is not true. The PM was really not to mean that Nile is meant only for Ethiopians. He was trying to tell that God has given us a resource, then we utilize the resource. And then, especially with GERD, he was clearly telling, let our brothers from Sudan and Egypt understand what we are doing. We are generating power, releasing the water more. So that is the way out. He conveyed his message. Somehow, for no reason, someone tried to twist it and put it as a way that they will get attention in the middle of media, which was totally against the idea the PM must try to convey and telling to the media outlet. It is true, the Nile is originating from Ethiopia. Ethiopians are surviving on this land, and also not only surviving, by the way, we Ethiopians are the ones who are contributing, for instance, of the river itself. That's what does it mean. Existence of the river couldn't have been achieved without talking of catchment treatment, without talking of watershed management, without talking of water quality, without talking of planting of trees. So all these are what Ethiopians have been investing on Nile to make it alive. So after we make the river to get alive, we are utilizing that, then we are leading to the downstream side. So had the PM's intention of saying that one, really there is no way out of talking all about the water management, about the green legacy, about the basin management concept Ethiopia is currently investing upon that. So the topic which the media was trying to propagate around is against the reality the PM has said on the inauguration program.
There are also concerns about the safety of Ethiopian dam from downstream countries, particularly from Egyptian experts or politicians. And what is your take on that? What would you say about the Ethiopian Grand Renaissance Dam safety?
By the way, those people who are saying the dam is not safe, I think better to say in appropriate word. They don't have the real understanding of what does it mean by 21st century in those old time, the day as one was built. In those old days, where there was no technology, no good quality of construction process and approval step, Aswan is still existing, where no one is claiming about that. If we come to GERD, which is really to the modern standard, to the best of standard in terms of the material we are using and the quality and the process we are going through, where international experts has been already checking that and they say nothing about to worry that. So, especially from Egyptian side, they try to defend Ethiopians by saying the dam has less quality, which totally acceptable, and we cannot say that. We have reason to say all those ones. This 21st century construction process and all technical going through, starting from the mixing of the concrete, the basic ones, and the placing, supervision, and all those things are to the best of standard. So there is no legal background and there is no technical acceptability to say the dam is not safe. What does it mean by not safe? How can they define? Could they tell us a number about the stability? Could they tell us about some risk with earthquake? Could they tell us about some kind of seepage? Where all are really the kind of layman talk they have been saying. Because when we talk about dam safety, there are very important parameters that technically we can talk about them. The rolled concrete dam we are using on GERD is to the best quality and to the best standard as per all the possible safety factors we are going through. So they just say the dam is not safe. How? Nothing is coming on, which I really believe that it's a collection of layman people coming together, try to defend all about our development.
Egypt has accused Ethiopia's move to the third round failing without binding agreement. And what would you say on that?
Actually, the issue of binding agreement is the idea of thinking all the way, better to put it that way. Because Ethiopia, from the very beginning, before we start about construction of this dam, there was a topic that all East African countries, especially the Nile Basin member states, have been discussing to have the initiative, Nile Basin initiative. Ethiopia is the one who was supporting that. We are saying we go for cooperation, for good faith, collaborative development. So following the NBI, there have been different organizations that have been established. So before starting of our dam as well, Ethiopia is the one who started to initiate the CFA. CFA is the Cooperative Framework Agreement. That is in a way that we develop our water for our common benefit, for common use. That is what we accept. That is what we have been supporting and still insisting to take happen. From Egypt's side, there is another way. They just want to boldly talk about water allocation, which is totally unacceptable. They say, in case a drought is coming to Egypt, Ethiopia should give us water from our dam, from our reservoirs we are having. What if we don't have that dam? What if we don't have that water in the reservoir? Because the flow in the river is coming from rainfall. So in the absence of sufficient rain, which is beyond our control, which is from the nature that's coming, they try to make Ethiopia pay price for that one. That is why they try to put in some of their document, they propose as an agreement, which is totally unacceptable. And that has never been happened globally as well. So from Ethiopia's side, two things are what we are doing. One thing is to push on the CFA, the Cooperative Framework Agreement, or for all riparian countries to sign up on that and then work together. That is for all of us. With regard to specific to what the Egyptians are saying, totally which is unacceptable, which really they are trying to undermine even our sovereignty by saying, let's operate the dam together. Let's see the amount of water was going on every time. Egyptians, they want to put their hands on the operation of GERD, totally unacceptable and unthinkable. Those are some of the critical parameters. It's a red line for us not to deal with that.
Your Excellency, is there any goodwill from the three countries, Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia, to come to the table and finish the 10-year-long negotiation over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam?
Yes, from our side, we are ready to discuss, to talk all about any points, whatever they raise. From the UN Security Council onwards, the agenda was sent back to the African Union, which has been led by DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. And within 1 year, they try to have one meeting where Ethiopia has been there on the discussion, but the Sudanese and the Egyptians, they were not coming. That means they are not willing to be coming under the umbrella of African Union, which has special meaning. Why really they don't accept that? Then after now, the tripartite meeting, which we believe could be launched or initiated by the Senegalese, because now the AU went to the Senegal, and the chairman is given to Senegal. By the time they initiate that, from Ethiopia's side, still we are ready for any discussion, whatever is coming to be discussed under the leadership of the African Union. From Egyptian, really we are not sure. With Sudan, we can see there is green light. Always, they are not so much against the issue, but they are concerned. Their concern also, we are clarifying for appropriate technical team so that they can understand and come on board for our common benefit. So in the near future, we hope the discussion will continue From our side, we remain keen to support discussion and any agreement that is benefiting the entire basin member states, for us and for others as well. From the Egyptian side, let's see how they will decide. But from what we see now, it is difficult to promise we can get some green light from them.
Finally, let me give you a chance if you'd like just to leave a message to Ethiopians.
Yeah, the last point, but very important one, is for all Ethiopians. Really, you did a lot on this dam. They invested a lot on this dam, especially all our people in country. Some of them are paying in money. Some have been contributing in kind. Our security team, starting police or local militia or the defense team, they have been sacrificing their life. So the dam that we had currently, the third feeling we are now enjoying about the achievement didn't come so simple. A lot has been done in that. So I really want to request all Ethiopians to continue their commitment for completion of the remaining dam, so that the world can finally approve our solidarity on the issue of our sovereignty. Because GERD means it's all about Ethiopians' sovereignty. Once I was telling to friends, the Egyptians say Nile is their artery or blood. We say GERD is our, Blue Nile is our dam. So GERD is our heart, where we can move, where we can make better life for our people and for our nation. So all Ethiopians are encouraged to continue the support of the dam in kind, in diplomacy, and in media support as well. If we do that, in short time, for sure, we can prove that this dam is unique to its kind and can be exemplary for the entire globe.
Thank you so much, Dr. Habtamu Itafa, for sharing me your views on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam third filling, the current status, as well as the negotiation is to come. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much as well.
Dear viewers, this is the conversation with Dr. Habtamu Itafa, Ethiopian Water and Energy Minister, and we talked on a lot of issues regarding the third filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, as well as the second power generation from the second turbine at Africa's mega dam. Thank you so much. See you another time. I'm Santayo Tamrat with this program.